Kansas City, a deck permit is almost always required. The only time it's not required is if the deck is less than 200 square feet, it's not attached to the house, it's less than 30 inches above grade, and it does not serve the means of an exit door. So that's pretty uncommon. Otherwise, it's going to need a permit. If a contractor is working on the deck, they have to be the ones to pull the permit. The homeowner can't do it. The contractor has to be licensed and they have to be the permit holder. But if a homeowner, say, was building a deck themselves and they wanted to permit themselves, they definitely need to check with the city and see if that's allowable depending on the type of deck they're building. If it's a covered deck, they may not be allowed to do that. They're going to need to submit construction plans with a lot of details as far as joist size, joist spacing, beam size, pier sizes, pier spacing, and a bunch of other details. They're also going to need to submit a permit application, probably have to submit for an occupational license, and then they're going to need to submit a site plan. And a site plan is showing that structure, whether it's the same footprint or a new structure, how that structure sits on the back of the house, and what the rear yard and side yard setbacks are. And that's just the distances from that structure to the property lines to make sure they're not encroaching upon their neighbor's property. All cities will have minimum side yard and rear yard setback requirements. Most of them are going to be 7 feet on the side yard, 25 feet in the rear yard, with some allowable encroachment for an uncovered deck. But those are the things they're going to have to submit to get a permit just to be reviewed. Yeah, we've had quite a few homeowners that will hire us, but say that they are handling the permit process, so they've already applied or even been issued a permit. We have to start that process over because the contractor has to be the permit holder. Some businesses that will just do permit compliance. So if a homeowner's building a deck themselves, there's certain companies that will put together those documents for them to submit to the city for the permit.